everyone, it's Tatiana, and today I want to talk about when you are a super bitch. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So the other day, I was on a total rampage, and I had a terrible attitude, and I felt like things were just piling up, and so many things had happened at one time. You know the saying, when things happened in threes, well, things were happening in nines. So I turned into Miss Super Bitch. And I feel really, really sorry for Bart. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I've got to get out of this. I'm acting crazy and I don't recognize myself, and I'm causing all of this turmoil and unrest around me, right? So I do have my Buddha t-shirt on today because I've come back to peace, and I'm coming back because I surrendered my super bitch, right? So I was like, I got to get out of this, and I knew that I had to acknowledge what got me there. Why was I in this state? Why was I going crazy? Why was I acting out? Why was I blaming all kinds of things on focusing out there and getting mad at everything? Yes, there were so many things that happened all at once, and it was overwhelming, and I wasn't able to keep my peace, and I didn't choose to keep my peace. And sometimes what we do is it feels better to be angry when it comes in threes, sixes, and nines than it is to feel depressed, right? So I was in that state, and I knew that I had to acknowledge what got me to that point. What got me to the point where I felt like I had to just be like this super, right? So I figured it out, and I did some journaling and took some time and looked within and really got connected with what was going on with me. And I started to talk to myself, and I talked myself out of it, but I did acknowledge my feelings, because you can't just take a situation when you're being a super bitch, when you're crazy, when you're overwhelmed. You can't just put a pretty picture on it, put a smiley face on it, and say, oh, everything's going to be fine, and I'm just going to own it, and I'm peaceful. You've got to acknowledge why you're in that state. So that's what I did. I acknowledged the state that I was in, and I forgave myself. And I apologized to those people that needed apologizing to after I had gone into super bitch mode. And yes, so spiritual people, we know as spiritual people, we're going to get angry sometimes. We're going to have really intense things happen. And sometimes people think that when you're on the spiritual path and you've chosen to live your life as an expression of the divine, and to make that an important part, make that who you are, that nothing is going to happen, and that everything is going to own right along and you'll never have any issues. Well, I'm a believer in that the bigger issues, the core issues within yourself, and the core issues of how you feel about humanity and how you feel about the world and the world around you, really do come up when you're on the spiritual path. So it's not bad to be angry, and it's not bad to have those things come up, because anger is the other side of, they say that depression is actually repressed anger. So getting to that point of being angry and realizing our feelings and getting in touch with them and getting to the core of why we're acting the way that we are is very, very important. So I want to thank you for being with me, because I'm back to Om. I'm back to Om now, and I'll talk to you soon.